If you're at all like us during this market right now, then you have, number one, your long-term holdings in quality projects. Number two, some stable coins that you have in the form of dry powder that you may have gotten from selling certain projects at a profit. And number three, a healthy dose of impatience while you wait for improving market conditions. We feel you guys, we're doing the same thing. But you know what else is going on now? Binance and other exchanges that have earn or staking programs, they're all dropping their rates. And they know you want it, so they don't have to pay out as much. They don't have to compete as much for your attention. And that's why our focus here at Altcoin Buzz is how to solve these three problems. And we actually have three terrific passive income recommendations that are all related to liquidity pools. And we're pretty excited to share these with you. So if you're willing to delay your gratification a little bit and look at the long term, we have three great strategies for passive income that we're going to be sharing today. First of all, we're going to get right into it with liquidity pools. And we want to advise you guys that not all liquidity pools are created equal. It's important that you consider the following three factors. First of all, coin number one of the pair. Second of all, and naturally, coin number two of the pair. And thirdly, the coin you get paid in for your interest rate, which is usually a third and different coin. So for example, you can be earning on a great trading pair in a liquidity pool, but the coin that you get paid in is a piece of junk. So you end up making no money in the end. But that's not the case with these projects that we're about to present to you. In all of these cases, you put in quality and you receive quality as a reward. All right, let's check them out. Pool number one is FTM-USDC. Of the 3 points that we made above, this pool in particular satisfies all of them. We have quality long-term holding in Fantom, ticker FTM, and a quality stablecoin in USDC. And we can take care of the impatience by telling you of this opportunity in beefy finance right now. Why exactly would you want to invest in this pool? Well, FTM is about 35% down from its all-time high at the time of this recording, and that's despite being a great project with excellent fundamentals. It's relatively undervalued compared to its layer one peers based on a few factors, which include market cap to TVL. That ratio is 0.6. This is a pretty good sign of hidden value. Take Solana, for example, whose market value is much higher and whose market cap to TVL ratio is 4.1. Solana has a lower TVL in its ecosystem compared to Fantom. And here's an example. We're showing you how in Beefy Finance you can earn 47.85%. For Beefy, we used a wrapped version of FTM. Then we click buy token if we don't have these tokens, or add liquidity if you have them both and you're ready to go. In the add liquidity screen, which is shown here, as many of you already know also, to invest in an LP, you need to put in equal dollar amounts for both tokens. And as we see it, one advantage of Beefy is there are no deposit or withdrawal fees to enter and or exit the pool. And because Beefy Finance aggregates good yield farming opportunities, they have this one listed, but it's a sushi swap pool. This pool is relatively small with only about $120,000 in TVL, but we really don't understand why, to be honest with you, at these rates and payment options given their availability. They're just terrific. So you see there's an option to put your newly minted FTM-USDC token into the farm, and then you click approve. Once approved, next to it on the right of the screen, you're going to be able to see the amount deposited and your balance. Now we get to what makes this such a great opportunity. We're going to go over some of the other pool options. Here we have 4 different options on how to get paid. They are number 1, the same LP token you deposited. Number 2, a combination of USDC and FTM. Number 3, FTM, or number 4, USDC. And this flexibility is awesome. And if you're a long-term holder of FTM, which is why you haven't sold it and need to put it to work now, then what's better than the chance to earn even more FTM while you wait? You can select your coin, click approve, and then you get paid. This pool has all the things we're looking for right now. It has great APR. It uses 2 high-quality coins that we already have or are likely to have or want to buy. And there's a great payment mechanism available as well. And you can even use this as a way to dollar cost average into owning more FTM. Pool number 2 that we're looking at today is AVAX-UST. And it's another great example with another very high quality long-term hold project in the form of Avalanche and another quality stablecoin, UST. this offer is on Pangolin. So why would you want to invest in this pool? Avalanche has the 4th highest TVL of all chains at more than $10 billion, and UST, believe it or not, is the 3rd biggest stablecoin after USDT and USDC. Also, it's the largest algorithmic stablecoin in all of cryptocurrency. And again, 2 high-quality coins, that's very important to us because we're likely to already have them. You may not be familiar with Pangolin, but it's the 5th largest AVAX-only decentralized exchange with about $210 million in TVL. And this is a relatively modest number. So Trader Joe is the largest with a market cap that's quite a bit larger, and they have a TVL in the $1.4 billion range. But all this to say, Pangolin is a great option, and they're a little bit smaller, but that just means they have more room to grow. And as you can see right now on Pangolin, this liquidity pool pays 73% and has $14.7 million in TVL, making it one of Pangolin's largest pools. And this is a boosted farm, so the bonus rate is not likely to last too long, but an excellent APR will remain on this popular pool. And deposits are pretty straightforward here. Click on the Deposit To button. Then you can see your deposits as well as your reward ratios, which update constantly. And now let's get to the biggest reason to invest in this pool, the payments. Here we have 3 great options. First of all, PNG, that's the Pangolin token. It's a relatively low market cap coin, as you can see, at about $36.5 million. But if you like using the decentralized exchange, then who knows, maybe you want to own it. Another great and more established payment option is Luna, L-U-N-A. That, of course, is the native token of Terra. And it's also a close cousin of Terra's stablecoin UST. Or finally, you have the option of being paid in wrapped Avalanche, or WAVAX. There are really no bad options here, but it's clear that PNG is the highest risk option, given that it has more room to grow, while Luna and wrapped AVAX are getting more of a high quality top 20 project token kind of feel. But again, great payment choices all around for this pool. Okay, and finally, pool number 3 here for passive income strategies in this video. We're looking at staking UST in Incur. This is our 3rd choice, and instead of a pool with 2 coins, we're looking at more of a regular staking option. But it's more than regular, it's excellent, because staking UST in Incur really is something. We've mentioned why UST is a quality stablecoin that you're likely to hold already. But why invest in this pool exactly? Well, Incur, which like UST is already part of the Terra Luna ecosystem, is the most bank-like app in DeFi. And the fact that both are part of Terra means no bridging or compatibility issues. With one wallet, you can easily do everything. Their earn program is pretty amazing, and it currently pays 19.47%. And it's just like a bank savings account, really. No locking, no nonsense, just deposit and earn. And Terra is getting lots of traction, especially in the DeFi world. Despite only 17 apps, they have the 2nd most TVL at $14 billion, trailing only Ethereum. And Incur is by far the largest at almost $8 billion TVL. So Incur is also the most convenient option to stake UST. Go to Earn and then deposit your UST from your wallet. It's easy and you can start earning right away, and Incur starts calculating your interest immediately. And this is not a one-time thing. They've had this yield for over 19% rather for quite some time now. And so this is a safe strategy to earn an excellent interest rate on a stablecoin that we already know and trust, UST. Binance, by contrast, is only paying 7% on UST right now, KuCoin as well. They know they have us where they want us, and they're taking advantage of that. People are buying and holding more stablecoins, and so as a natural extension of that collective behavior, yes, yields are dropping. But also, unlike Binance, if you deposit more into Incur, the rate stays the same. So $100,000 pays 19.47%, just as $100 would. Not so at Binance. At Binance, it depends on the capital that you invest. And as we see it, this is a major added advantage that Incur provides. Lastly, it's not UST as you deposited, but it's AUST, which is a yield-bearing asset. That means you can take this AUST and go earn even more with it. But that's a different discussion for a different video, just something that we wanted to note as an observation. Okay, so we've covered the advantages here, some of the benefits, but we would be remiss not to discuss some of the risks here because these options do have a lot of positives going for them. But in fairness, what are some of the risks? Well, let's take a look at a few. Risk number one, and this is something that should always be remembered in the back of your mind, APRs are volatile. And the APRs change almost daily, really based on supply and demand metrics or algorithmic changes, or perhaps even for other reasons. And it may get to a point where the APR does not appeal to you anymore and you need to track regularly to see if that happens. Risk number two, keep booking profit. Because rates change, and so do your prices of your underlying coin or the coin where you're getting paid, you need to watch this regularly, and we recommend that you book your profits as you go. Otherwise, some of those profits could turn into losses over time. And risk number three is impermanent loss. This is not exemplified in our third option of UST on Anchor since it does not have this risk, but the first two recommendations do. By definition, we chose pairs to put into a liquidity pool where one side is a stablecoin. And that means that we expect that half to not move more than 1% or perhaps 2% in price. But not so with the other side. Fantom, for example, or Avalanche could regain high flyer status, and if they do, and you maintain the LP, you risk impermanent loss. This is something that you have to watch out for. We'd recommend at least on a weekly basis, if not every other day. You must ensure that when your high quality coins recover, and many of them will, that you aren't caught losing money on this LP investment. So guys, just some final thoughts here. If you're currently holding some high quality coins that you're holding for the long term, or maybe you've accumulated some stable coins, you're on the more conservative side in terms of your investment, you have some dry powder, then these three options are very good choices. They're great ways to park your assets so that you can get them to work for you, get your money to work for you while you wait potentially for the next opportunity. But these investments do need monitoring, and with proper care, you can make an easy double-digit return while just waiting for the next buying opportunity. Let us know what you think about these strategies, guys. If you have some other passive income strategies that you're actively employing, let us know what those are in the comments below. If you're still watching this video, kudos for sticking around to the end, but be sure to like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell to receive notifications. We're excited about these strategies because we do employ them personally. But that's all these videos really are. There are opinions, some of our strategies, yes, our own enthusiasm, but never financial or investment advice. Just remember that. Of course, if you do invest, we wish you all the very best of luck, but never financial or investment advice. If you guys are curious for more tips on how to best navigate these volatile crypto markets, then you may want to consider banking on our experience. We've been in this space going on 6 years, and we've developed a very keen eye for potential opportunities, passive income and otherwise. And you can take advantage of that experience with the Altcoin Buzz Access Pro plan. It starts at $99 per month, and with it you get access to early information on all kinds of undervalued altcoin gems, NFT mints, technical analysis calls, top IDOs, information about airdrops, and of course, you can also interact with our experienced research experts. If this is something that interests you, check out the link in our description below. Guys, check out these other couple of videos which are popping up right about now. Stay safe, everyone, and as always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.